can read my poem now, okay? And here is her latest poem. That's a longer one this time. Alright, and I have to not listen to these to actually pay attention to them. And it's called Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Well, that's one way to start a poem. Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. This is an interesting mixed metaphor already. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in a nook and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay, this is interesting and I have to talk about this. First of all, because what's really fascinating is that we have two different stanza styles. So if you notice that the top one, well, some of the stanza styles are in more of a free-form style, where it doesn't have a very strict meter and rhyme. Whereas there are other stanzas that are very clearly in a, you know, typical sort of pentameter, stress and stress, stress and stressed, with, you know, AABB form. You know, my collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. I blow dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time will last. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. See, that one especially has really good meter to it. And, what I've noticed is that there's a huge difference in the sort of content, actually, between the, metered and the unmetered. So the unmetered is a little bit about the attempts to create those bottles, to create those happy things. It's a little bit more of the actual process of doing it. Whereas the metered ones, they're a little bit more lighthearted, and they're the ones where it's talking about making friends and making things good for other people. But for me, that almost feels like sort of a two-stage thing. Sort of like a two-layer thing, tiers. Or layers if you want to go into Shrek and the Onions. So the happy, bouncy rhythm things about giving things to friends and making people happy is more of the outer social landscape that you do, and people see you as a happy person, and you always want to provide for them, and you give them that happiness. So things have that bounce because you're creating that friendship. But on the inside, a little bit more interior, it's not necessarily that easy. It's not necessarily that neat and bouncy and cutesy. When you actually go into the process of what it means to give other people that sort of a happiness, it's a little bit more of a difficult process. And in fact, it can be a little bit draining. You know, she's talking about, do they all want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other. And then talking about, you know, it shatters against the tile between my feet. You know, it's not so effortless and easy to give that happiness as people would like you to believe. That's sort of what I am getting out of this reading. This could be colored by the fact that I know somebody who does basically the same thing. I know several people who do that. But that's sort of my interpretation of this poem, is sort of a very sneaky internalized suggestion that things aren't as good as they seem. Despite the fact that you're giving yourself out to everyone, it's not necessarily the best thing ever. Especially the whole fact of, yeah, storing the bottles and then giving them away. There's, you know, it's not for yourself. It's never for yourself. So that's what I am seeing out of this. Is it's a suggestion that maybe my best friend isn't as happy as she appears to be on the outside, and it goes actually with the conversation that I just had with her, where she talked about liking happy things or sad things as well. And then Curious is storing the happy thoughts and giving them away. Yeah. So that's what I sort of see about this, is it's not... I mean, you know, we shouldn't have the automatic assumption for good creative writers that what they write is what they feel. But in the case of poems, we do think about a lot of poems as personal. And especially in this game, I feel like the poems are meant to suggest that these are the thoughts of the characters, especially given what I have already seen. Curious has pretty interesting analysis. I can't say that I am perfectly right in my analysis, but that's what I am going with right now. So yeah, thanks. I'll be interested to see if you've found the same sort of thing in the poem or something different. And now I can go back to headphones. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. And then Bun says, geez, Sayori is way deeper than one thought. This is not a good sign in a horror game. And then Curie says, I was very Higurashi focused when analyzing this one. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it is interesting to hear her get a little bit deeper. I agree with you, Mun. She is a little bit deeper. And I think that's actually one of the interesting things about her character, is, you know, she has that innocent, flighty sort of personality where you don't really see her as thinking too much. But, she's devious. Like, she can put up a front pretty well, let's be real. You know, even with this cookie incident that just happened. We know she can manipulate. She does have a lot more going to her than the cute outer flat cover that you see. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. Yeah, so yeah, definitely this game is suggesting that these characters are writing their own emotions, since she just said that. And Mun says, Mun gets a really good feeling in moments like this. You know, when you realize stuff is far deeper than you realize at first glance. Yes, I agree with you. I love that. The deeper and deeper I can get into a story, the better it is. Alright, Fierce Night Fury asks me, King, how's your tea? Delicious. I chose a good tea.